Morning to everyone. So let's start today's session. So in the last session, we started with the PyCharm editor programming. So let me open PyCharm editor. So if you want to open existing application, then you have to go to PyCharm editor first. Already I have shown that how do we download PyCharm editor and how to install it clearly yesterday's session. Right, it takes a few seconds to load PyCharm editor for the first time when we open this. Now, this is PyCharm Community Edition. Let me open this one. Yes, previously or recently, what project we open in PyCharm editor, that is going to be load actually. But if you want to open your existing application, existing project, so you have to go to File menu and click on Open and choose the location where you saved your existing project. That you have to select it. So this is previously we created Python online at 8 a.m. project. This is only our project actually. So it's going to be open like this. From here, you can continue the programming clearly. Yesterday, what programs we discussed, that programs only it shows here. Or else, if you want to open a new project which is already created previously, then how to open new project means you know how to create project, that is clear. So file menu and click on new project, and it will ask you to give the project name and location. Okay, here. But I'm not going to create a new project. If you want to open existing project, then you can see file menu, and after that open project, and go to the location exactly where you saved previously your projects. That location you have to go there and select the project name and uh, click on OK. That's it. Okay. So this is the way to open existing project clearly here. But already we are in the same project what we created in the last session. So no need to choose any location and no need to open any project clearly here. Okay. That's going to be closed. Right. So in this today's session, I'm going to discuss most important fundamental things in Python programming. So already we discussed one important fundamental thing that is called indentation. So Python indentation I discussed. Indentation means what actually? If you consider a block of code like if block or else block, okay, then indentation is required compulsory. Python indentation is 4 white spaces. Let us consider this example a value 100. I'm checking the condition 100 equal to 10. It's not correct. If not correct, then if block will ignore, else block will execute, print false. So there is no open curly brackets and close curly brackets. In other language, generally to consider a block of code, open curly brackets and close curly brackets we use. But in Python, we use indentation. Indentation means white spaces are required here, 4 white spaces. If we leave these spaces means this print is belongs to under if block. Here also I'm just leaving the spaces, means this print is belongs to under else block only here. Okay. So let's run this one. How do we execute this test1.py? Right click on test1.py. Right click on test1.py. Here you can see run test one, and you'll be able to see that output in the console window. This is output window only here, bottom corner. False it is there. But look at here, whenever I'm trying to cursor moving back, so without indentation. Now let's run this once again. It will show indentation error clearly here in the error list. You can see indentation error, expected an indented block. Indentation means at least one space or four spaces, more spaces are required. Not only compulsory four spaces, indentation means at least one space is compulsory required. Like here, I'm giving one space and it will work out here. No problem at all. One space I'm giving here, it's going to work out. Here also one space I'm giving, it will work out. But by default, when we enter in PyCharm meter, indentation is four white spaces only. For example, here I'm trying to enter this. Here you can see after four white spaces leaving only, cursor is blinking. That's what I used to say, indentation can be four white spaces in Python. Okay. But all the programs, indentation is not required. Only to consider the block of code, in that situations only indentation is required. But for example, straight away programs are there, like here print hello is there. After that, what I'm trying to do, print I'm taking hi. But is there any indentation is required? Not required. Why? Because these are all print statements. These are all individual statements. Whenever this code under comes into one block, like if block or else block, under functions, under classes, at that time we should keep this indentation level. For example, here I'm trying to uh, create this complete code under one function. Function means like this. Later I'll discuss how to create functions in Python. So this is the function. Look at here, function is having some statements. So that's what whenever I going to click on enter symbol, so then automatically cursor is blinking here after leaving indentation. Now you can write this indentation level through some code. So that means what, this F1 function is having lot of code, that is this code only. Okay. If I move back this one, these three print statements are not under comes into F1 function, that are individual functions. Understand? So whenever it is required indentation, there only we have to write indentation levels only. All the times it is not required. If you are trying to write here straightforward statements like print, these are individual statements. No indentation is required. Only under once we write the code under the class or under the function, under the what we can say if conditions or else conditions, in that context we can use indentation level. This is one of the fundamental concept in Python. Before going to write programming logic, you must and should aware of this one. But why? Because most of the cases you may get confused while writing Python program in this indentation part only. That's what I used to tell, like this indentation is important. Next, we'll go for other fundamental things here. So in Python, we have what we can say keywords. Keywords are there. What are the keywords? Or reserved words also we can call it. Keywords are reserved words. Reserved words. Keywords are reserved words. Yes, every programming language is having keywords or else reserved words. And Python is also is having some keywords. These keywords also we can call it as reserved words. Reserved words means the keywords will be reserved for something. Once that keywords are reserved for something, you can't use for some other purpose. Yes? Yes. So how do we get keyword list? So why do we use keywords actually? So keywords will convey a special message or special meaning to the interpreter while Python program is going to execute. As a programmer, when we are using keywords in Python programming, that means that will convey a special message or special meaning to the interpreter to do some work. So that's the reason we cannot use any keyword as our own purpose. So keywords means there is a specific reason should be there to use that keywords or reserved words. These words are reserved for some reason or some purpose only. So how do we get keyword list in Python? I want to know as a programmer what kind of keywords are there in Python. To know that keywords, so simple 2 lines of code is required. Using the 2 lines of code directly, we can able to get keyword list. So what are the 2 lines? You can say import, keyword, keyword. So this is keyword is a library or module we can call it as. As I said that Python features. So Python, when we install Python software, we will get huge standard library. So it is one of the library. In this library, only all keywords are available. If you want to show keyword list, first we have to import keyword library. And after that, what I'm trying to do, print a keyword is a library name dot kw list is a class name. So kw list is there. Completely it is a list method, list only. When we execute this one, you can see all the keywords are present in the list format here in the output. Now you can see false, okay, none, true, page underscore parser, and as asset. These are all keywords. In this keywords list, any keyword, like any keyword, whatever it is there here, okay, you can't use as your personal or you use variables or something like this. So you can see this, I'm using already one of the keyword here. Import is also one of the keyword. Yes, it is import is also one of the keyword. Look at here, import is present in the keyword list somewhere. So you can able to check out import is a keyword. Just now I have written condition called if else condition. If is a keyword, else is a keyword. Where is that? Else is a keyword. So else is a keyword. So these are all keyword list which is available in Python. Okay. So to get keyword list, what we need to write? First we have to import keyword library. Why? Because all keywords are present in this only. Later we have to print keyword library name dot kw list only. We can say that. This is the list format here. Okay. Around 33, 34 keywords are available. You can check out later. Okay. Yes, every keyword I'm going to cover in our programming according to our topics. We'll discuss completely in detail every keyword. So next, sir, why we need to import keyword like this? Again, after that, keyword dot kw list is required. Why don't we go for directly kw list? Yes. So there is a possibility is there. You can see this. If you try to import like this from keyword import from keyword import star. So whenever we do like this from keyword, keyword is a library. From this library, I'm importing what? Complete star. Star means everything. So at that time, we need not to use any library name. Directly, we can print kw list. So it will come clearly same. Here also it is coming clearly same. Same output is going to display. So this mechanism is different mechanism, like how to import by using from statement here. You can see one of the here two keywords are using. From is also one of the keyword. Import is also one of the keyword. Understand? These are the keywords only. If we use from keyword import star means no need to use module name library name dot kw list. Directly we can use kw list. Here star indication is what everything from this keyword library. Whatever the functionalities are available, all things will be loaded here. But this is not good practice in reality. Just you are using kw list only in your program. For that purpose, why we need to use everything should be load. Instead of star, we can also mention kw list. Now you can say kw list is coming clearly. Keyword list it is. Understand? So this is the kw list only will be loaded and we are getting keyword list completely here. So this is the way to get keywords in Python or reserved words also. Keywords are reserved words when we use inside the program of Python that will convey a special meaning or special message to the interpreter. Based on that, it has to do some work. Okay. You can't use any keyword or reserved words as our own variable purpose or functions purpose like that. We cannot use that. This is keywords or reserved words like this. Next, comments in Python. Comments in Python. Yes, while writing programming part, we use comment section also. So comment section can be used in two different situations. Situation number one is while writing the code or while writing any logic code in Python, if you want to write some description about your logic for making other people to understand, then we can use comment section. Okay. So comment section means it is not a part of execution. It is just a description or some statements from the programmer side. Or whenever he'll check later after few days after, when he will check the code, he should understand why he created functions, why he created classes. For that purpose, he can make some comment section like that. So comments useful for that purpose. Another purpose is when we write huge amount of code, or when we write group of functions or group of classes, but all the time, every time we need not to execute all the functions. Some of the functions I don't want allow to execute. That means I should avoid the code from execution part. So those lines you can keep comment section. So there are two situations in comment section in Python. One situation is to write description about your program. Another situation is to avoid execution of some lines of code while writing the code. Okay, so that purpose we use comments in Python. But how do we keep comment section in Python? Means there are two types of comments are there. One is single line comment, one is single line comment, and next one is multi-line comment is there. Multi-line comment. Single line comment always every line starts with hash symbol, and multi-line comments means before starting with lines, you have to keep triple single quotes. And how many number of lines, if you want, you can keep it like this: line 1, line 2, line 3, and so on. And starting triple single quotes, ending triple single quotes like, okay. This is multi-line comment, we can say that line 1, line 2, line 3, starting triple single quotes, ending triple single quotes like this. I'll show you clearly. For example, here in this program, here I want to comment this one only. So hash symbol I'm using. When we execute this program test.py, hello is not going to display in output, so only hi and welcome is coming. So this is single line comment. For example, if you want to go for multi-line comments, starting single line, ending single line. Sorry, single quotes, ending single quotes. This total program is under comment section only. When we execute this, nothing will be there, output will not come because we are into comment section here. So this is very simple. It's not a big deal. Okay. Next, comment section is clear. Next, which is most important thing is that is identifiers. Yes, in Python, identifiers are very important. We have some rules also. We have to follow that rules and regulations while declaring identifier. But identifier means what? Identifier means in Python, in Python, in Python, any name is called identifier. Yes, in Python, any name is called identifier. Either it is a class name, or it is variable name, okay, or it is function name, any name, constructor name or something. Just name is called identifier. How do we identify by name? How do we identify a variable by its name? How do we identify a class by its name? So the name is called identifier, we can say that. Any name you can consider, class name or variable name or function name. In Python, any name is called identifier. Now, there are some rules to define identifier. Yes, specific rules you have to follow. Rules to define identifier. Rules to define identifier, we can say that. What rules are there are here to define identifier? Rule number 1, identifier allow lowercase and as well as uppercase, but make sure that identifiers are case sensitive. Yes, Python is a case sensitive programming language. As I said, how the way you declare variables or functions or classes, same way only we have to access. In different way, if we try to access, it won't work out. So rules to define identifier here. Rule number 1 is lowercase and uppercase it will allow. Rule number 2 is identifiers are case sensitive. Let's check out this rule number 1 and rule number 2. For example, emp id equals to 123. It's my variable name. Yes, variable name is also identifier. This is one of the identifier. Just name I mentioned. Now just I'm trying to print EMP ID. It's fine. Yes, it's fine. Easily we can access. Now identifiers are case sensitive, I said, no? Either you can declare lowercase or you can declare uppercase, no problem at all. But here how we are trying to access, even if we declare lower uppercase characters, but you are trying to access in lowercase. But look at here, name EMPID is not defined. So this is not possible. So identifiers are case sensitive, means how the way you declare a variable at the same time while accessing same name you have to use it. If you use another name, another case, then it will give error. So this is two rules we clearly mention. Lowercase and uppercase, anyone you can follow it, no problem. But make sure that identifiers are case sensitive. But I strongly recommend while declaring variables or functions or any classes in Python, lowercase only I strongly recommend. You may get doubt why are lowercase it's recommend. Why not capital letters or uppercases? So when we mention anything in Python, uppercase characters, like either it is variable or anything, that makes sense. It is a constant. Yes, constant. Python do not support any constants. In other languages, maybe support constant. Constant means once we declare constant variable, that variable value cannot be changed, cannot be modified. That is constant, we can say that. But coming to the Python point of view, there is no constants. Constants will not be there in Python. But why it is going to treat it as constant? Just for other programmers, for understanding purpose, as a programmer, I'm going to declare all the characters in capital letters. So those who know Python programming rules and regulations, they will understand clearly. Programmer has declared EMPID is a capital letter so that this is a constant. Constant means this value cannot be changed. Okay, we should not disturb that. If forcefully, if they want to disturb, they can able to change that value, no problem at all. Why? Because Python do not support constant, I'm saying. But just for making other persons to understand, this value need not to be changed. Okay, so for that purpose, I'm going to declare all the letters are capital. But if it all really want to make them to understand this is constant, okay, then only we can use all capital letters, but unnecessarily don't use capital letters. So small letters are recommended to use. Okay, when do we use capital letter means if at all you want to represent your variable is a constant, then you can include all the capital letters clearly. Understand? Yes. So this is lowercase and uppercase it will allow, and identifiers are case sensitive, and how the way you declare, same way how to access. Now rule number 3, identifiers allow digits. Identifiers allow digits. Yes, it will allow digits. What digits it will allow? 0 to 9 digits it will allow. But identifier should not start with a digit. Yes, for sure that. Should not start with digit. It will allow digits, but identifier should not start with digit. Let me show you how. Suppose EMP1 ID. It's having digit or not? Yes, EMP1 ID. 1 is there here, digit. It will allow clearly. Why? Because EMP1 is present in the middle, or else you can also give EMP ID 1 at last. Here also I'm trying to give last. It will allow. It is fair thing. But identifier should not start with digit I'm saying. Means for example, if I'm trying to give digit like 1 EMPID, here 1 EMPID, it is not valid. Understand? So this is completely invalid. And check out there. Syntax error, invalid syntax, it is coming. Means identifier should not start with a digit. Yes, it will allow digits, but digits can be of anywhere other than starting of variable or starting of any name. Okay. So this is rule number 3 and rule number 4. Next, identifiers allow underscore. Yes, it will allow underscore. Underscore symbol is possible to allow, but identifier should not be two parts. Identifier should not be two parts. Are yes. If at all you want to give two parts of identifier, then underscore symbol through we have to combine them. Now you can see here I'm saying that EMP space ID I'm giving. Here also EMP space ID I'm giving. Whenever I'm trying to give this one EMP space ID now run test, it will give invalid syntax. Understand? So syntactically it is wrong. Why? Because there is a space is there, but identifiers will not allow any space. Identifier should not be two parts. If at all you want to make two parts, then we can use underscore symbol by combining them. So I'm using underscore symbol. Now it is coming clearly. Identifiers with underscore and identifier should not be two parts. So for making two parts, then we can use underscore here. Okay. Next, another thing is seventh point is if 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 identifier starts with underscore, then it is private. We can say that. Yes. Then it is private. Then it is private. If identifier starts with underscore, then it is what's a private variable, private thing that is. What is private and public? Later in object-oriented programming point of view, I will discuss, you don't worry. But generally what we can say, if any identifier or any variable or function, if it is starts with underscore, then single underscore or double underscore, there is a special meaning is there. Later in object-oriented point of view, I'll discuss. Okay, don't worry. This is not right situation to discuss about this. Now, if at all identifier starts with underscore, then it is private. If I'm not going to start with any underscore, that is meaning of public. Public variable, private variable like that. In other languages, private, public access modifiers are there. But in Python, only you have to observe that if that variable or any name is starts with underscore or not. If it is starts with underscore, that is private. Private means restriction will be there in which class or which method we declare there only we can access. Public means without underscore, no restriction, anywhere we can access clearly. That is public. So this is rule number 7. Rule number 8 is there, which is important. As I said that we can't use any keyword or reserved word as our identifier. Yes, just now I shown that clearly. Once we have a keyword, there are so many keywords are there in the keyword list. In that keyword list, any keyword we can't use as your variable or identifier. Yes, for example, I'm going to use if equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. If is what exactly? Keyword it is. But you're using how you are using as a variable. It's not possible. You can see this. If equals to 1, 2, 3, 4, printf it is coming. So it is not possible to do this now. So it is not required. Why? Because if it's a keyword, we cannot use as a variable. And even you can see df. df is a keyword. Yes, it is a df is a keyword. You can check out in the keyword list. Okay. This is also not possible to use. So keyword, any keyword or any reserved words we can't use as variable. So if you try to use variable, then it will give error. It is not possible. So these are the rules and regulations are available. Total 8 rules are available in identifier. Identifier means not only variable, it's a name, just a name. What name it is there, like class name or variable name or function name, any name we can treat it as identifier only, that is. Okay. These rules you have to keep it in your mind while practicing Python program or Python script. Next, coming to the part, variables. Variables. What is variable? Variable is also called as identifier? Yes, undoubtedly. We can say variable is identifier. Yes. But variable is having a separate definition. So variable is a named memory location. What is variable means? It is a named memory location. It is a named memory location. We can say that. It is a named memory location. While declaring variable in Python, we don't specify any data type. Yes. While declaring variable in Python, we don't specify any data type. Why? What is the reason, sir? Because Python is dynamically typed programming language. Python is what, sir? Dynamically typed programming language. As I told in introduction part, dynamically typed programming language means only just focus your value. For example, a equals to 10. That's it. So when we give a equals to 10, then based on the value, whatever we assign to the a variable, data type will decide internally for a. This is dynamically typed. So variable is a named memory location. For example, 10 is going to store in which memory location? A. So this is the variable a. So it is a named memory location. While declaring variable in Python, so we don't define any data type of the variable. Python is dynamically typed programming language. So based on your value, data type will decide internally by Python. So let's check out that how do we declare a variable and not. Suppose you can see this a equals to 10, print a I'm taking. Now for your curiosity, if you want to know what type of what we can say data type is assigned for this a variable, as a programmer you can able to know that by using type of a. Here print is a function which is for output, type is a function which is for getting data type of the variable. Once I'm going to say that print type of a, so you'll get here integer type of variable it is. Okay, based on the value. For example, 10.8 I'm giving. So type of a is what's are actually float type it is coming here, float type here. And if I'm giving like this, for example, here I'm trying to do Durga, here I'm taking. So what type of a it is? String type it is, because it's a string is group of characters, we got string. Even in Python, you can see only one letter I'm taking like D. That is also treated as string. Why? Because there is no char data type in Python. Even single characters and group of characters and whatever we have inside the double quotes, that is all string only. Even nothing is there in this inside double quote. That is also treated as string format only here. Okay. So this is data type of the variable we can say. So this is variable declaration clearly. So for example, if I try to give this one, what will happen, sir? Wantedly, I'm trying to give like this int a equals to 10. If you say in like same like other languages, in other languages we used to declare like int a equals to 10, but here in Python it's not possible. Syntax error, syntactically it is wrong, invalid syntax we can say that. So we don't specify any data type. Okay, now, so if I give semicolon, then is it wrong or not? So it's not wrong. So it is optional to use actually in Python. No need to use actually semicolons end of the statement. By default, it's going to end the statement there only. Why? Because it is interpreted language. So line by line code will check and execute. I said that. Okay. Next, variable is okay, and multiple assignment concept is there. Look at here in this program, we have a single assignment is there. Single assignment means I'm just assigning a single value to single variable only. Like 10 value I'm assigning to A, that is single variable, single value only. What is multiple assignments are here? Let me talk about multiple assignment here. Multiple assignment, multiple assignment. So multiple assignment is the process of assigning assigning a single value to multiple variables. And also multiple assignment is the process of assigning assigning multiple values to multiple variables. Multiple values to multiple variables, we can say that. This concept is called multiple assignment. Okay. Multiple assignment is the process of assigning a single value to multiple variables, and it is the process of assigning multiple values to multiple variables, we can call it as. Let's check out quickly how it is possible. Suppose here a value, b value, c value purpose, I'm assigning only one value, a variable, b variable, c variable purpose, I'm assigning only one value. I'm trying to print a, print b, print c like this. So how many values I'm assigning to multiple variables? Only one value I'm assigning. 10 is assigned to multiple variables like a and b and c, like this multiple assignment. So it is the process of assigning a single value to multiple variables. Single value to multiple variables means only one value I'm assigning to multiple variables. And also it is the process of assigning multiple values to multiple variables, I said, no? Yes, how it is possible multiple values to multiple variables? Let's go to another program. Now a comma b comma c, a, b, c equals to 10, 20, 30. So this is also multiple assignment concept. Print c, print be like this. You can say. So 10 is equals to A value, then 20 is related to B and 30 is related to C. So we are assigning multiple values to multiple variables. This is also multiple assignment. In both cases, we can consider this is multiple assignment, right? But in this aspect, you can see this 10 I'm assigning to multiple variables like A, B, C. But you can see we are using three print statements for three times values. But why don't we use one single print statement? Yes, it's possible. How to use that? Print A, comma B, comma C. But whenever I try to print A, comma B, comma C, so we are getting the values like here. But sir, I need to separate the values based on my requirement. Like I want to separate this 10 value and this 10 value with comma or colon or something. So by default, separation is a space is coming automatically. But if you want to go for other separator, then SCP attribute is there. SCP is an attribute, that is separator attribute. What separator through you want to separate the values, separator symbol you have to mention here. By default, it is a space is a separator. Without giving separator also, by default, the space is coming here. But if I'm giving comma symbol, no, so in output, so 10 comma 10 comma 10 like that it's coming. And separator can be of anything like this. Colon also I'm giving. Then separator attribute I'm using colon, so colon is coming clearly. Okay, this is separator things actually here. But here you can see in this case, even though I'm trying to print three statements here, okay, three statements. Even here also we can able to print single line also, no problem, ABC instead of this one. I believe it will work out, no problem at all. It's not a big deal. It's very simple. But here, if you want to give separator, here also you can give separator, no problem. But what I mean to say here, even though I print three lines by using three print statements, but still my output should be in the same line only. How to do that? So we are getting clearly 10, 20, 30 here, line by line only. Why? Because three print statements I use. But even though I use three print statements, but still my output should be like this here, 10, 20, 30 like this. In the single line, I want to make it as. So how do we make it as? Means there is end attribute is there. End equals to some space. Suppose here I'm giving end equals to some space. Here not required. Just let me give for clarity. So end attribute speciality is what? After printing a value, it is ended with some space, but next value immediately it will be same line only. Again, end with space, next value it will print same line only. Though we are using three print statements here, so what we can say here, you can see 10, 20, 30 like this. But here it is not required because after B value, there is no other value here. So after C value, there is no other value. So no need to give last statement and attribute, directly it will come. Here, can we use separator here? Yes, why not? We can use separator here. Separator I'm using here also, and equals to something comma like this it's coming. Understand? So this is the way of declaring multiple variables and accessing multiple values like this only here. Okay. So this is very, very basic fundamental things. What is that? Python indentation. Yes, these are the very fundamental things which I discussed. You should not ignore it. Compulsory it is required. Python indentation. Python indentation. Next one is what we can say keywords or wizard words. Next one is comments in Python, comment section in Python. Next one is uh, identifiers, identifiers. Next one is variables, variables. Next, multiple assignment. This, these are very fundamental things. Without knowing these fundamental things, we can't move forward like this. Okay. So I discussed like Python indentation. Indentation when it is required, indentation must be in Python. Four spaces I have given no. So whenever it is required indentation, by default it will come in PyCharm. When it is required indentation, you need not to worry as a programmer. And keywords are wizard words, comment section, identifiers, variables, multiple assignment. What we discuss in this session. So these are very, very fundamental rules and regulations. So that's all about today's session. We'll see tomorrow. Tomorrow's session is completely data types. Our discussion is completely on data types. What kind of basic data types are there and sequence data types are there? We'll discuss in detail clear here. Okay. Yes. So that's all about today. So see you tomorrow at same time. Okay. On same link. We'll continue. So I got 2, 3 mail IDs from durgasoft. So for them, I'll send that material and videos. You don't worry. Okay. So today I'll send that materials, and up to now, whatever we discussed, the videos. I think this is a third session, third video, recorded video. I'll send it clearly. Okay. Yes. Do you have any queries from your side? Please ask. Yeah, tell me, Ravi.
Okay, so in C and C++, right? Whenever
Hmm.
we use, whenever we work with these keywords, right? We import the libraries.
Yeah, yeah.
But here we are not importing it in the beginning, but we are still using it, right?
Yeah, yeah. That's not required actually. So no library is required for common input and output statements. Not required in
Okay,
Python. All the time it's not required. Sometimes it's required. For example, I want to print keyword list, then I import keyword because all keywords are present in that keyword library only. Without that library, you can't access. But basic common functions directly it will come. No need to import any libraries.
okay. So by default, it imports.
Yes, default it will be there. But
Okay,
in C++, hash include stdio, standard input output like that, we have to import common libraries, but here not required.
okay.
Any questions from anyone? Yeah. So those who came today only, that is, you feel this is the first session, then please watch that one first record and second record video of durgasoft YouTube channel. So recently in the playlist it will be available, so you can check out clearly 1 and 2 videos. So this is the third video. You can continue that. Okay. So you can visit durgasoft YouTube channel, and there is a playlist is there. In that playlist. So Python by Mohan Reddy, it will be there at 8 a.m. So you can check out that videos, 2 videos. And this is the third video. Even this will also it will be uploaded, I think so, after 1 hour or 2 hour. You can cross verify. Okay. Anyway, I'll send that all videos from the beginning what I cover in the session. So don't worry that. So please uh, contact with Durgasoft people for the details and registration. Those who registrations for them, I'll send that recorded videos and materials. Please immediately do that. If not done so far, okay. Yes. See you tomorrow at same time. Have a nice time.